Alright guys, there's this new trend among 17 to 20-year-old guys, alright, so I guess they're young, right? It's a new trend, it's called looks maxing, okay? So somebody was a creator and they decided to get plastic surgery between the age of 17 and 20, and they called it looks maxing. So they're trying to maximize their looks at a young age, even though you think like, first of all, for me, I just think like, and I mean, I'm not going to say it's right or wrong, right? Like people want to get plastic surgery by that age and they're buying it and they can afford it and they like it. And maybe it's a California thing, who knows? But maybe it's a Winnipeg thing, I'm not sure. But if people like plastic surgery, I'm not going to argue, right? Because I look perfect to me. I look very good to me and I'm perfect. I'm the beauty standard and I'm more than happy being the beauty standard. So I'm not going to worry about whether I'm getting plastic surgery or not because I won't. But if somebody really wants it, and it's becoming a trend, very important that they allow themselves that, right? Very important, right? Because in general, if you want to do something, you just do it, right? And you have to, obviously, if you come to the conclusion that that's what you want, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Really, right? You know what I mean? So in general, if you are wanting to get plastic surgery and you feel like it's important to you and you really like it and it doesn't matter what age you are, then get it, right? But I mean, in general, like for me, if I would have got plastic surgery, my mom would have had a fit, right? And I mean, for me, that's normal for me, right? I just would never have gotten it. I look really, really good. So to my family, they just would have been like, I talked about it when I was young. I remember when I was very young, I was like, because I was made fun of for my appearance, even though I looked amazing. But I would always make fun of my appearance because I was so good looking. So people were uncomfortable, so they didn't know what to say, right? So they just made fun of me, right? No, that was very popular. But in general, I was made fun of for being so good looking, but in a negative sense, because they thought I was too good looking. So instead of I wasn't fitting in because, well, everyone's good in my school. But you know what I mean? Like, I was just very good looking, so it made, people were awkward, so they made fun of my look, even though I was perfect, right? So, but, when I was a kid, I would talk about getting plastic. I mean, I couldn't afford it anyway, but I would talk about it for myself. I mean, not really with my peers at school because I felt good, but in general, I was thinking, why not get something on the nose, do something like that, right? But I was like, well, I was only talking about it. I never would have gotten it done, right? But when nowadays kids will talk about it because they want to get it done, right? And they want to actually do something about their looks, right? So if that's something you really want to do, I mean, and your parents are okay with it. And when you're 18, you're an adult. You can do what you want, right? But yes, I mean, it's expensive if you can't afford it. That's one thing. But you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's called looks maxing. So it's trending now, okay? So people are like, well, whatever opinion you have of plastic surgery, whatever you think of plastic surgery, if it's trending and people are liking it, then you have to sort of realize that it's popular and that's just how it is, right? Especially with the trans community, a lot of trans people want to be more feminine, want to look more feminine, so they get surgeries, right? Which is totally fine, right? If you're trans and you want to get surgeries because you want to feel like a woman, or a woman looks like a man, why not, right? But it's called looks maxing, so it's trending right now. And for me, I've always thought, like to me, I just think, well, I believe in certain things for myself and I never would do these things. But most people aren't me, right? I'm a rare person. So, if somebody wants to change their looks or feels like they're not good looking enough and it's really important to them, by all means, I'm not going to tell you otherwise, right? Because I'm happy with my looks, but your looks are a different thing. And whatever you decide for yourself, you decide, right? Anyway, thank you so much. It's called looks maxing, guys. Bye now. It's a trend among 17 to 20-year-olds. Bye now.